I'm gonna be turning this $100 into $1,000 as a brand new trader. No experience, never set up an account before, and I'm gonna be bringing you guys along the whole journey, even if I have to lose $100 unlimited times. And the reason I'm doing this is because I wanna show that anyone can start from zero, no experience, and if they're willing to learn something the right way, be disciplined, they can become successful in it. And the theme of this series, because I'm gonna go way past 1,000 over time, is gonna be whatever it is you do by day, whether that's a 9 to 5, whether you're an entrepreneur and a trader by night.
Previously on episode 2.
We're officially live. This is gonna be day 1 of being a brand new trader. I think I'm reading this chart right. This is the day in the life of a brand new trader. $100 turned into 112 so far. We're on the right track right now, guys. 123, as you guys can see, I'm 3 for 3 on trades, up 23% my first day. Yeah, guys, I'm pumped up. That is insane right there. The last 2 days, we've taken $100, turned it into 142. If it was $1 million, that would be $420,000. What is up, guys? It is episode 3 of being a brand new day trader. The previous video showed me getting started, my account set up, me putting in my first 4 live trades, starting with $100, because the challenge is, can I turn $100 into $1,000 as a brand new day trader? And of course I'm going to do it, but how fast can I do it? How many times am I gonna fall on my face? And just watching me learn as I go. So as you heard, or if you watched that last video, I ended at $142. So my first few days live trading, I was up 42%, or up currently 42%, which is just incredible. And at the end of that video, I drew what I wanted Euro USD to do after selling. And luckily it started doing what I said, and it's doing it to a T right now. And it's almost 9 p.m. So I'm gonna show you guys the chart, show you guys how it's starting to move in the way I said and where we wanna enter. And then we're gonna go to the gym and we'll go from there. So let's get to the charts. All right, now we're in the office. We got the chart pulled up. So I'm gonna show you guys where I last sold, what I said I wanted to happen before we entered another trade. And it's kind of cool because it's playing out exactly as I predicted. So let me show you guys. So in the last video, this was the last trade I took. I took it right here. It went up, went down. I was sleeping during this time. And once I got up, it was around here. I was up $27, which was a lot because it's a $100 account. Then it started going back up, went down a little, started going back up, and I sold right here for $20, and we ended our first 2 days after all these trades at plus $42. And then at the end of the video, I drew these lines. I said what I would want to see it do is go back up and create a lower high before we sold again, because then it's going to create, or hopefully going to create, a lower low, right? Because I think right now we are massively bearish, and I think this is going to keep going down for a while. I would say the zone of interest would be about right here. So we want it to come in this box eventually, or zone of supply. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm pretty new to this. It's something like that. Zone of supply, zone of interest, something. So how do we move these bad boys? Like this, because it's moving this way. So you'd want it to come to about right here. And then this is gonna go down like that. So that's what we're looking to have happen. And at this area, obviously we're gonna enter. If it comes up here, starts to go down, that is where we're going to enter and short. So even though we're trying to be aggressive, we're trying to turn this $100 into 1,000. We're at 142. We want to be smart with our decisions, because we could easily put in a few bad trades in a row and boom, we're right back down to 100. And then this challenge is going to get harder and harder, because what I could say is starting this challenge, starting with 100 is not easy at all. Like, even though, yeah, I'm already up to $142, that was after 4 successful trades in a row that played out really damn well. So I think if you're a brand new trader, you're someone who wants to get in trading, realistically, starting with only $100, don't expect to make a shit ton of money overnight. And it's gonna take a lot of winning trades. It's gonna take a lot, is my point. So we worked hard to get it up $42. We don't want to ruin it instantly. So the next few trades we take, we're gonna make sure that they look smart and we're good with our risk to reward. Anyways, guys, I'll keep you updated with that chart when it's doing. And now it's time to go to the gym. I'll show you guys what I take before the gym right now. It's right before 10 o'clock. We're about to go to the gym. I want to show you guys what I take. So first thing is this stuff called Evolution. It's, to sum it up, help naturally increase your testosterone. Creatine, live by this stuff right here. During the gym, I have 2 scoops super carb. These are fast acting carbs. And then also during the gym, right here, aminos, EAAs. And this is what I take at the gym. So as you guys can see, these 2 things we drink before the gym. These 2 things right here, we drink during the gym. We just got to the gym, got a quick energy drink, never had this, looks interesting, got a water. And right there, leading up to me getting to the gym, that was one of my friends who's outside doing street interviews. His name's American Income, really big on Instagram. Late at the gym, they close in like 50 minutes, so we're gonna get in a quick leg day. We're just waiting for the chart to play out the way we want it to. We're not gonna just rush into a trade. So we're gonna wait for it to enter the area, get to that level and start retesting down, and that's when we're gonna enter the trade. But yeah, guys, let's hit some legs. All right, guys, it is 11:50 a.m. Got the teacup, coffee in it, and I'm gonna give you guys an update. Let's get into it. So I woke up around 4 a.m. and right here, I saw Euro USD creating a short-term bottom on the 30-minute time frame, even on the 45-minute, even on the 1 hour. So I drew a line right here, and I was like, all right, if it goes past this line, I am going to short. And I was like, cool, I think I'm catching a really cool moment. I'm happy I woke up. You know, I couldn't fall back asleep, so I was looking at the chart constantly. You'll see the time. And then I put in a trade around, I think, 5:30, 5:40 a.m. It's right here. You can see the screen recording. So I shorted. And the 30-minute had like 2 minutes or 1 minute left. And it was below it. So I'm like, cool, it's going under. There's no way it's going to close above it. And then it closed above it. And I was like, was I wrong? Did I jump the gun? Should I have been more patient? Because I don't want to be one of those traders that just does a trade before the market shows me its hand. And that was me doing that. So like 2 minutes later, 3 minutes later, 5 minutes later, I sold for a $4 loss, which, you know, we only have $142, up 42%. So now we're up 38%, lost $4. And then I go back to bed. And then, guys, listen to this. I wake up, do my morning, I look at the chart, and this is what it did. It would have been a massive trade. I'm super bummed out, but this was a learning moment that I need to be a little more patient. I shouldn't jump into a trade. I should set up for the trade I want, confirm that the market's doing what it is I thought it was gonna do, then enter and stay confident in that. Especially with $142, guys, I shouldn't have sold it right after. So I'm a little disappointed with myself, but this was a learning moment. I'm gonna be a lot more confident with my trades. I'm gonna make sure that I really confirm it, not get spooked out, because on the long term, right now, Euro USD is definitely bearish. But yeah, guys, we missed out. I think the account would be around $200 right now if I would have just stayed in the trade. So I really did enter a beyond winning trade. I just sold way too early. I jumped in way too early. So yeah, that's my update for this morning, guys. We're about to go look at the chart right now and then start our day. Dang it. So guys, I know what the problem is. If you watched my first 2 episodes, every trade I did was on Zoom, recording it on the computer. So that's all I have to keep doing. Now, in all seriousness, there might be times I have to take trades on the phone real quick, but don't worry, I'll always screen record it. So let me share my screen, guys, because I think we're setting up for something really amazing. So I was just on here right now. So we're on the 30-minute timeline. Obviously, this is where I drew the line last night. I thought I was breaking above it, went to bed too soon, and then just mayhem. So I did predict it properly. I just jumped the gun too soon and got out too early, which I regret, right? Because I had my stop loss originally like right here or like right around here, and we would have made a ton of profit. So what I did was I drew this line right here, and you're probably wondering, why did you draw this line right here? Well, guys, I'm not just going to be a day trader that's like trying to do for 1 hour a day, 12 hours a day. I'm going to be a day trader that the trade might be a week long, it might be 3 days long, it might be a day long. And if we zoom out to one day, I see this bottom right here. So it looks like we're creating something. So my prediction is we're either going to create a head and shoulders and then go down, right? But the thing with the head and shoulders is if we draw this line, we're going to be way back up here, right? Which is around my original stop loss, right? So we're looking pretty good. And if it breaks past this line right now, I think we're going to keep going down and then maybe create something around here. So if we zoom back in, I'm creating this line because if we go to the 4 hours, if we break past this line, I think we're going to go down a lot further based on the past. And if we go to 30 minutes, we're right around there, right? So we're right around there. So I think it's going to consolidate just like it did right here. Break down, break down. So I think we might keep repeating ourselves. So we're going to play with the way the market is moving. That is my style. We're moving with the trend. We are bearish right now. So we need to find good entries and get in, which is what I did with my first 4 trades and how I got the account from $100 to $42. And if I would have just stayed true to that last night, we'd probably be up around $180 to $200, which I'm bummed out about. But we can't hold on to the past. We got to learn from it. So what I'm thinking, guys, is if it breaks past this, there's a good chance that's going to go down quite a bit. So I'm trying to we'll go down to 15 minutes right now. So I'm trying to figure out when we should enter this. What I'm thinking right now, guys, is it's going to probably go like this. And right here, sorry. It's probably going to go like this. And then we're going to have that moment where we draw a line. We have that moment where we go way down. That is my prediction right there. So I'm gonna be checking my phone. Might be out and about when it starts to happen, but pretty much when we break past this line and we confirm it on the 30-minute and the 1 hour, like we did here. Let me zoom in because this is what I'm learning from last night. So we're gonna learn from our mistakes. Is I entered right there, and then it started to go back up. And then it confirmed it on the 1 hour. It confirmed it on the 30 minutes, right? And then we should have entered. So we're going to wait for the same thing right here to happen on this line. Once that happens, we are going to enter the trade and we are going to ride it out. That is a promise. So, all right, guys, I'll keep you updated. That is what we're looking to do. Hopefully today, midday by tonight, and hopefully get this account from $138 to close to 200 by the end of this week. Ooh. Hey, guys, we're grinding, we're working. If you've been watching these episodes, it's been nonstop. It's been me trying my hardest, and we're going to keep at it. All right, guys, it is 3 p.m. Eastern time. Let's get right into it. We got to move quick. So I told you guys if it breaks below this line that we're looking to go down. So we just broke below this line, and so we're going to enter a trade right now. And we're going to have the stop loss at about this line right here. So let's put it here. Let me screen record. That's 1.15224. Sell by market, boom, we're in. All right, the reason I did that, guys, is because I didn't want to make the same mistake I made last night once we broke the line and we're under the line. So there's a good chance that this is going to go up a little and then it should go down. So we're going to let this ride for a while. And there's a good chance we're going to be negative for the next few hours. But I think if this plays out right, let's go to the 1 day, or yeah, 1 day, and zoom in right here. Sorry, guys. It has the chance to play out like so. So we're going to let this trade run for a while. It is currently Wednesday. We have $138 in the account. I know my margin level is around 118. I think if it gets below 100 at any point, I think the term is liquidated and gets me out of the trade. I think that's how that works. I'm learning. But Let's go down to the 1 hour. So yeah, once again, I think it's gonna go, we'll draw a little line. I think we're gonna have a little pull, probably like this, even up maybe to this line. Whoops, jeez. Pull to this line. And then I think we should go quite a bit down right there. So that's what I'm hoping happens. So let's go back to the 30 minutes. All right, there. So there we go. We broke below the line and we confirmed it with the 30-minute and the 1 hour, and I'm sticking to the game plan. I didn't want to enter before it closed below this because that's what I did last night. And then it went above. And then I was like, oh, it's not doing what I said. And then I never entered and then it fell down. So I think right now, once again, it closed below the line. I told you guys on the video that if it closes below the line, we're going to enter. So now we entered. So now, guys, I will keep you guys updated and we're going to let this trade run. A little nervous. Man, I want to get this $38 up to 200 by the end of this video. That's really my goal. All right, guys, we'll keep you updated. Let's go. Let's go. We're going on a walk with Penelope right now. And you guys saw about 45 minutes ago, I put in a trade. So since then, I have not looked at it yet. So guys, we're just gonna let this one ride out for a while because I do anticipate that it's going to retrace a little before it goes down. But I did say, and I'm sticking to my strategy, we looked at the last lowest low weeks ago, and we crossed that line. So in my head, that is showing me that we can go a lot lower, right? So we're gonna let the trade ride out. I don't know if it's gonna be, you know, a day, 2 days, maybe to the end of the week, because we have to be a lot more aggressive because remember, we started with $100 at the beginning of the week. Episode 2, we got to $142. We're at $138. So I wanna milk as much as I can out of this week so we can get to high numbers. But I just wanna be clear, guys, if this was me trading with a normal account, once I have a lot higher funds, after my first 2 days, after my 4 winning trades being up 42%, I'd be done for the week, 100%, and I'd be waiting to take a trade or 2 or 3 next week. But the reason I'm being so aggressive and we're trying to find as many entries as we can and be strategic is because we're starting with $100. So I think until we get to $300 to $400, we're gonna have to be pretty damn aggressive, and that's why it would be really hard starting off with an account of only $100, guys. And I hope this is giving you guys a realistic viewpoint of being a new trader, trying to be strategic and trying to be aggressive with $100. So I'll keep you guys updated, and that's it, guys. By the water, can't complain. We out here. Listen, if you're trying to join the entrepreneur by day, trader by night, or normal job by day, trader by night diet, here it is. Chipotle every single day for lunch, and we don't eat until 2 to 5 p.m. So right now it is 4:30, eating kind of late. Also, guys, right before I eat my meal, I looked at the charts and we're up $9, which is pretty damn good for an account with $138. So we're definitely moving in the direction we want to, but I'm gonna hold on for quite a bit longer with this trade because I think it has the potential to go way down. All right, it is 7 p.m. market update. So we entered the trade. We were up $8, and at one point I think we were up almost $22, and we started retracing, but it's starting to look good. It looks like it's hitting where we entered and hopefully gonna start going back down. I'll show you right now. So once again, we entered right there. We were up about $8. I think we're up around $22. I wasn't looking at my chart then. There's a good chance I might have sold if I would have looked. I need to start setting notifications to let me know when it hits certain points. Anyways, went back up and hopefully it's gonna start going a little sideways and going down. And right now we're on the 30 minutes. And right now I'm about to get on 2 live calls in a row for my community. So I help people build online coaching businesses, primarily in health and fitness. So this first call I have is 7 p.m. Eastern time, which is our more experienced group. So we're gonna go over personal branding, content creation. And then at 8 p.m. we have our new beginner class, and they're on their week 2 of their first month where it's content bootcamp. So we're teaching them types of posts, content schedule, how to start making reels, putting themselves out there. So I'll let you guys see a little bit of that. Let's go. We're all here, we're all ready. Let's go.
Like when I started this, I was about 500, maybe like 490 followers. I'm one follow away from 800 followers. Last night I had a sales call and I just booked a new client, and she is for $1,500 cash. So
and it's something all of you can do. It's going to help you with content, and we're going to be doing a workshop Sunday morning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. You are your ideal client. I want to teach you guys how to be yourself and just let people into your life. Document, don't create. That is how you're going to build a big audience. We're going to start doing something where we want you guys to post 3 to 5 times a week. Not that he was chasing money, he got better at the skills. Business is about getting good at the skills, and the money appears. When you focus on the money, you're not focusing on getting better at the skills. All right, guys, so we have our fruits and honey new cup I got at Target tonight. Pretty cool. Got my tea in here so we can actually get some damn sleep. So right now we have the charts pulled up, as you guys can see. Definitely look at this chart like, damn, should I have taken my profits when I was almost up $20? We went back up. We're going back down again. I just really feel, guys, that what we've been seeing, we're going to continue going down. Because if we zoom out right here to the 1 hour, we've constantly been going down, right? We have a low, a high, a low, a high, a low, a high, a low, a high. So we have higher highs and lower lows, right? Which is pretty damn bearish to me. So what we want to see here, guys, is it create a little bit of consolidation and then hopefully continue going down. Because if once again we look at the 1 day, or let's do the 4 hours first, we broke past this line, the previous, if you want to be technical, right here, the previous low, we already broke past, and that was in the 4 hour. And if we look at the 1 day, we confirmed and broke under, right? So I just see this playing out where we can get as low as possibly even down here. So I'm going to let this play out throughout the night. I'm not going to pre-sell. Once again, guys, we're trying to turn $100 into $1,000. My goal by the end of this week would be to get it to 180 to 200. So I think if we let this play out throughout the night, we can get down somewhere like this and be up, $30, $40, $50. So we're going to let it play out. We're not going to make the mistake we made last night, because if we would have stayed in last night, we would be sitting pretty right now. If we didn't end up early selling right here and let this play out, we'd be over $200 right now. And then we drew this line. I said once it breaks under this, we're going to enter. Broke under this. We entered. And now we're just going to have to trust our trade, let it play out. We have our risk to reward right here. And I'll keep you updated, guys. So that's about it for tonight. I'm freaking exhausted. Going to eat this, relax for a little while, go to bed, and I'll update you guys in the morning. So as you guys can see right there with the trade update, we're down $5 right now. We've been holding it for about a day now, a little less than a day. And to be clear, guys, when it was up about $20, $25 in profit, I would have took the trade then. I would have sold right then and there. But I was working during that time, and that kind of taught me that I do need to learn how to set notifications, alerts, when it hits certain points, so I can analyze and make a decision whether I want to hold on or sell. So yeah, guys, I'll keep you updated. Update, we did sell. Here's a screen recording right here. I noticed it was going lower, and something I've realized is every trade is a winning trade if you take profits, right? So I was getting sick of getting in this zone of making, around $6 to $10, and then it going back up and me being down negative $10, and then it going back down. And I just think there's better ways to capitalize when I'm trying to churn $100. The first goal, obviously, to $200. So right here, I set an indicator notification for when it crosses over the line of 1.14400. And then right here, we'll switch over here in a second. It's getting close to that, so we'll switch over to. All right, we switched over to the computer because we're getting pretty close to where it is I would want to enter. So if we zoom in right here, guys, I drew this line right here at 1.14400 because what I'm seeing, and I drew these lines yesterday, I noticed we were creating this line right here, and we're creating, you know, a high, low, higher high, higher low, and then we created a lower high, a higher low, a lower high, higher low. I mean lower, a lower low. You get the point. So my thing is, I think it's going to go past this, get around here, and then right when we see it start going back down, that is when we're going to enter the trade. So we'll draw a short right here, so we can map it out, be about right there. Risk to reward, we're not going to risk too much. We're going to put it around the same as before because I don't think it will go above here. And if it does, then it is moving in the wrong direction. And then take profit quite a bit down. We'll adjust that soon. So as you guys can see, it's about to cross over right now. And I just got the notification. So it's right at that line. We're going to see what it's going to do right now. So we're going to open MetaTrader 5 just to get ready, just in case, to put in a trade. Stop loss. But yeah, we're getting close to where it's going above that line right there, that line we drew. That's what we want to see. We don't want to see it go above this line right here because then it would be creating a higher high. Of course, if it closes there, and then we're not going to want to enter. So once again, guys, I'm going to talk to you real quick while we wait for a sec. So what I figured out is, and listen, I'm not some trading genius, but I've been doing this now since Monday, and I have 5 out of 6 winning trades, and I've turned $100 into 146, about 148 or something. So that's 48% increase in 3 days. What I'm realizing is, in a way, every trade is a winning trade if you take profits, right? Because I could have easily just now, like I've been doing the last day, is not take profits when I was just in the profit zone. And then it would go back up and then it would go back down. And at the end of the day, I would be in the same position if I would have just sold, waited to see what it's doing, sold, wait to see it's doing what I said, sold, and then wait to see if it's doing what I think it's doing. And I would be up instead of $8 from this single trade, $24, which is another 24%. You see what I'm saying? So this is what I'm kind of realizing right now. And once again, I'm not some guru. I'm not here to give you guys financial advice or trading advice. I'm brand new and I'm learning, but I can see where a lot of people would go wrong. It's similar to crypto. You buy high, sell low, meaning you buy in, you don't take your profits. It starts to go the opposite direction. You start to lose money. You get scared, the psychology, and then you sell and you're at a loss. You just keep losing, keep losing, keep losing. Then your revenge, and then you're like, oh no, I got to enter again because I just lost money. And I could see how people can get a gambling mentality with this. And I think I'm a lot more sane with this because my first year in crypto, I was doing that. I lost $30,000 and I've now made multiple 6 figures. And this year I'm going to make multiple 6 figures from crypto. Hence, it's just buying and holding. But even when it got to the point the last few years when I'd buy really high and then it would drop down, I never would sell because I was like, you only lose if you sell. And I know with day trading, of course, we can, we can lose our full account. We can go past your stop loss. But my point here is, every trade in a way is a winning trade if you take profits. And I'm proving that in the last 2 episodes, episode 2, episode 3. I'm now 5 for 6. And I'm not saying the next trade I'm going to get is going to win, but we're seeing I'm up 46% by having this mentality. And in the last day, if I would have had this mentality, I would be up $24 from this single trade idea instead of up $8, right? Because at the end of the day, we're day traders. We shouldn't have a problem looking at the charts throughout the day, setting indicators, setting notifications, having some trend lines, and having some predictions. So I know it's a long little video, but let's go one more time to this right here. So we're gonna wait right here to see where we end, see how the next candlestick is looking, and then we should be entering pretty soon, hopefully, if it does what we think. But if it goes past this, we are not going to enter right now. We're going to wait. Whether it's today, tomorrow, we're going to wait. We're going to be smart with our trading. All right, guys, literally like 2 minutes later, I'm going to share my screen right now. I think we're about to enter. Because as you guys can see, I put it down to the 10-minute because we did go past the line. And right here, we did not create a new high. And I think it's going to go to the downside now. So I think we're about to enter the trade over here. Just waiting to get a little more confirmation. Let's go to the 5-minute. Okay. Let's go to the 10-minute. We don't want to jump the gun. We want it to confirm what we're thinking. So we're going to put this over here. Yeah, I think we're about to enter. Okay, let me screen record. Put up to this previous line right here. 1.15213. And then we're just going to do 4 lots now. And we sold. Okay, so what we're going to do with this trade, guys, is we're only going to sit in this trade for a little bit of time. I'm looking to get anywhere from $5 to $10 out of this, and then we're probably gonna cool it for a little while until we consolidate more, and then I think it's gonna be a big drop. Because once again, guys, we're just trying to be aggressive. We're trying to move with the market right now and increase this $100 and kind of going into my concept. Every trade is a winning trade if you take your damn profits. All right, we'll keep you updated. So guys, I might have did something stupid, right? So I said, hey, we're gonna be smart with our trading. We're gonna wait to see that it closes below the previous high, and we're gonna confirm and wait for it to close under it. We entered and I realized it went, but we haven't confirmed that it's gonna close under officially. So we might have prematurely entered the trade, but hey, we're taking a few risks. We have our stop loss not too high up, so, and we only risked four lots, so we didn't risk our full balance or anything like that. But yeah, guys, I think I prematurely entered, but learning. But now we're gonna wait and we're not gonna just sell and be scared, because that's what we did a day or two ago, and that's how we lost $4 within like 10, 15 minutes. When I would have just held, it would have went way down. All right, guys, this has been a stressful last hour and a half. We prematurely entered, but good news is it did confirm on the 30-minute that it closed below. So now if I lose this trade, I'm not even mad about it, because it's exactly what I wanted to do. It was my exact plan, and now we're gonna let it ride. And also what I noticed is it's creating a head and shoulders, right? So boom, 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 and then hopefully we go way down. So guys, we can get a lot of profit, I think, with this trade in the next few hours. So I'll keep you updated. And yeah, guys, that was stressful. But we're in, it confirmed, and now we wait. So I know I keep getting on here and giving you guys updates every like 5-10 minutes, but what I just noticed and what I want to say before I let it right out is it seems like it's creating the same pattern it did right before I had a massive dip, like to the T. So I screen recorded it. So what I'm seeing is it might repeat that same pattern, and if it repeats a similar pattern, we're 2 to 3 hours away from it having a massive drop. Could be completely wrong, could go in the wrong direction, the opposite direction. But I noticed it's creating kind of the similar pattern it did a few days ago before I had a massive dip. So we'll see. All right, guys, we're about to have lunch. Real quick, I want to show you, we're up over $7 right now in this trade. And I know I said I was going to take it at $5 to $10, but I really think that this trade's playing out exactly like it did a day and a half ago, where it massively dropped. And I just also want to point out, how dope is it that I drew those lines and it's following it to a T. Man, this has been a fun first 4 days of trading. I love this. I hope you guys are enjoying, and I'm really excited to see how this trade plays out. I know I said I was going to take profits. I might regret it, but I really think the risk is worth the reward if it massively drops down here in the next few hours. And we're going to go for it and hopefully end this week off with a bang. All right, guys, it is Thursday night. It is 13 minutes after midnight, 12:13 a.m. It's so late because I had to go through, put all the screenshots and screen recordings that I took from the last video I left off because I was very busy. I wasn't able to get on and film. So we're gonna run through all of those right now. All right, so right when I left off the last video, I think we were up like $7, $8. And it was really cool because this trade played out exactly like I thought it was. So right here, as you can see, we're up almost $12. And then a little bit later on, around 4:39 p.m., we actually took the trade just under $14. So as you can see, we sold both of them because we put in for 0.04, and then I put another one in for 0.05 so we can get more profits out of it. And then here is the P&L from this. As you guys can see, the trade earlier we took in the day for $7.55, and then we sold this one for $12 and $1.81, just under $14. And then right here, I took this screenshot because I was like, you know what, I just want to get one more trade. And I told you guys earlier, I think something big is going to happen. So I drew this line right here. And pretty much, I told myself if it goes above this line and starts breaking down, we are going to enter one more trade for the week. That's exactly what happened. So it broke above that line and we entered, put our stop loss, and we sold. And then we sold. And then right here, I took a recording of the computer because I think I entered a little prematurely. It barely touched the line and then came back down, and I already entered the trade. So actually, guys, for a good amount of this trade, I would say most of it, I was not in profits whatsoever, and I was like, oh crap, I might have made a mistake. So I took another screen recording of the 5 minute of it just going completely sideways, and then 10 minutes, and then the 30 minutes, as you guys can see, it touched that line. I entered prematurely, and then it kind of just stayed hovering right there. And then I took another screen recording showing that I got in and it just started going up. It just started doing the opposite of what I thought it was going to do. And it got to the point, guys, where I was down like -$9 right here. So I was down almost $5 right here. And to be honest, I don't know if I screen recorded it. It just kept going down and down and down. And I was like, oh crap, it might be doing the exact opposite of what I thought. But then luckily right here, we had a massive red candlestick after all of that. And there started to be hope. About 20 seconds later, I actually, let me play it, closed the position, because at this point, guys, it was such a great week. It's been such a great week. And I just wanted to end the week in profits, which we're gonna go over the P&L here soon. And then I took this last screen recording before we actually get into all the trades for the week, and we're gonna do the breakdown. That I made a good choice. I sold around right here, and then it just started going up. And at this point, guys, I'm not gonna look at the charts again until Sunday around 5, 6, 7 p.m. to kind of map out the trades for the week, because we've been putting in trades. We've been going nonstop. I've been giving this my full all-in energy this week, and that's all I'm gonna say to that. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run through every single trade of this week just to show you guys all the trades, where we entered, and show everything fully transparent so you can see everything was put in, legitimate, real. I'm even gonna show an email from the broker stating my P&L, and I'm gonna show that it's a live account. So this is where we entered our first trade ever, our first live trade. This was on episode 2. We bought in right here, sold right here, and then we re-entered right away again, and then sold here. So as you can see, here to here. And then I actually sold right here, guys. I didn't bring in this stop loss right here. I mean, I didn't bring in the short stop loss thing, but we ended up selling right here. And obviously, if we would have held on, we would have made a lot of money. But right here, made $4, and then right here, here to here, we made $7. So as you can see, right here, $4, right here, $7. All right, so the next trade, we entered right here, shorted, and then sold right here. That's this to this, and we made $11 right here, as you guys can see. All right, so the next trade, we entered right here, we shorted it. We went way down, up, down, and then we sold right here. As you guys can see, that's where it ended. So we, right here, entered, sold right here for $19. That was our best trade of the week by far. Super happy about that. All right, guys, so this was our only losing trade of the week. So we entered and then sold right away. It was ridiculous. I don't know why I did this. because as you guys can see, because I shorted, if I would have just held on for a little while longer, this would have been our biggest trade by a mile. Look at all of this right here. Insane. So as you can see, it's right here. We entered, sold right away, and we lost $4. And then I don't know what this is. It says swap balance. I think it charged my card for 60 cents or something. I have no idea. And here is the final 3 trades. So as you guys can see, we entered here, sold here. So entered here, sold here for $7.55. Then we entered here and sold here. So right here, as you guys can see, entered here. Oh yeah, so 2, because we bought in for 0.04, then 0.01. I was trying to figure out what that was. So we entered, and then we sold right here for $12 and $1.81. So $13.81 for that trade. I'm gonna count that as 1 trade, not 2 trades. And then the final trade right here, entered here, sold here. So entered here, sold here for $3.80. So guys, this whole week, that's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we are 7 out of 8 trades for our first week. We made $63.83. So that is just under 64% increase on our first week trading. I am so pumped, guys. I am exhausted. I have been looking at the chart nonstop, been making nonstop trades and really trying my best. And I'm pleasantly surprised. I can tell my years of experience with crypto and, you know, having better psychology and understanding that you just have to try your best to move with the trends, take profits when you actually have them. It was a great first week. I hope you guys enjoyed these first 3 episodes. I'm gonna be doing my best, guys. I'm fully dedicated to showing you guys the full process and our progress going from $0 to $1,000 as a brand new trader. I appreciate you guys. The love and support we've been getting on the videos is just amazing. Sorry the camera is shaking. I love you guys. Have a blessed night. See you guys in the next episode.